I'm gonna be doing my first ever movie review on my channel. Hence the name, I'm gonna be talking about Suicide Squad. Now I have seen the movie about 2 weeks ago, so it's not that fresh in my head, but I thought I would make this video anyway. Now, if you were wondering, I'm not going to be talking about any spoilers in this video, and also I'm just going to get right to the point, whether I like this movie, whether I don't like this movie, and I'm just going to talk about the highlights and try to do this video as fast as possible. Now, is it a movie you should see? Did I like it and whatnot? To be 100% honest with you guys, it was just an okay movie. It wasn't amazing or anything like that. To be honest, it's probably a mediocre film at best. It's not even a good movie. Is it a really bad movie, like top five worst movies of all time material? No, probably not. It wasn't that bad as I'm saying it is, but it's not that great, to be honest with me. To be 100% honest, the real problem with this movie is, going into it, if you didn't know, Suicide Squad is about these villains who join up to become a team. And the problem with it is that not just me, but a lot of people have a problem where they don't know, like, the villains in the movie. And if you didn't know anything, it's not really a spoiler going in, but they are DC characters. You got, like, the Joker, Harley Quinn, uh, whatever Will Smith's character was, like a hitman and stuff like that. But I didn't really know the characters going in, so that didn't really help. And one thing the movie did that didn't help at all was they didn't really explain the characters' backstory, so you don't really know anything about the characters. So I suggest, if you're gonna watch the movie, you should go look the characters up online because they are real DC villains, but the movie does not explain them at all. To be 100% honest, they do talk about the villains a little bit. They give them a little intro, but other than that, they really didn't do a backstory on them. But to be 100% honest, I'm kind of being a little bit too harsh on the film because realistically, since there's like I think five or six villains. They wouldn't have enough time in the amount of time the movie was playing to even do all their backstories. It could have taken them a little bit too long or made the movie a little bit longer. But maybe I just wish that the directors could have talked about the characters a little bit more, just so if you were going in, you would know more about these villains or about these DC characters. And yeah, that's one of my gripes about the movie, but that really doesn't make the movie bad or anything, because let's be honest, there is a main plot to the story, and you don't have to know the villains' backstories to really watch the movie. The real problem with the movie is the main plot. I'm gonna cut right to the chase. The problem with the movie is that the plot of the actual movie is not that great. It's kind of confusing and it's kind of dull and everything. So that's why it's pretty much a mediocre film, because the actual plot to the actual movie is not that great. Now, the acting in the movie is pretty good. Harley Quinn and whatever Will Smith's character is, like the hitman guy, they probably did the best acting in the movie, I would have to say. Jared Leto as I think that's his name. Jared Leto, if you know him from 30 Seconds to Mars, he played the Joker in this movie. His part was okay, but I do like the Batman, not the Batmans. I do like the Jokers from the other, the actual Batman series, like uh, the ones that were released, like the trilogy of Batman, like Batman Begins series. I do like that Joker a little bit better. He didn't really do a bad job. I just think he could have maybe done a little bit better, in my opinion. He wasn't all that great of an actor when it comes to the Joker. But like I said, Harley Quinn's character and Will Smith's character are probably the best two characters in the story. I forgot one other character's name. The guy who was like a flame guy. He really didn't have a lot to do in the movie. He had some parts, and in the final scene, or the final scene in the movie, he did play a big role. But other than that, he really didn't do much throughout most of the movie, to be honest. Like I said, he did play a big part at the end of the movie, but other than that, he really didn't do a two watt of a job in the movie. He didn't really play. That's another problem with the movie. Even though there's like 4 or 5 villains that are on a team, a lot of them didn't really have a lot of lines or really didn't do a lot. It was mostly, I would say, Harley Quinn's character and it was Will Smith's character that did a lot, but they did a fantastic job on their part. It really just boils down to the main plot of the movie is pretty bad off. You kind of get confused and lost and stuff like that, and it really doesn't make sense at all. When you're watching it, you're kind of like, why are they fighting this one group of people or fighting this one thing? Because it doesn't even tell you like why. They just basically form a group and they're fighting these things and fighting this like ghost thing, and it's just really confusing. I wish there was more. I wish they would have made the plot more, not like, I guess it's an okay plot. It's not like they need to change the plot. The plot would have been fine if they would have put more detail into the plot, but they didn't put more detail into the plot. So most of the time you're lost during the actual movie. Like, you know what's going on really, but you just don't understand like why are they fighting this thing and why do they need to defeat it and all that. It's kind of like confusing and you just don't understand why. They should have went really into more detail. If they would have went into more detail about like why they formed the squad up and why are they fighting this thing, it would have been a much better movie. But what I did see was great. They just should have made the plot a little bit better. Honestly, I'm not gonna give this movie a score, and when I do any other movie reviews, I'm not gonna give them a score just because I don't think it's fair. I can't really give them a score, but I'm just gonna say right now it's just an it's just an okay, or just really honestly a mediocre movie. It's nothing to write home about and nothing to really see. I would honestly wait until it comes out on DVD, or if you can get it at like Redbox when it comes out for like $1, then go ahead. You're gonna lose $1. It's nothing to write home about because paying $7 or $8 at the movie theater is kind of expensive for a movie like this that didn't really perform. I don't even know why I really wanted to see this movie. If you don't know, also, I don't really watch superhero based movies, but I thought this one looked really, really appealing, and unfortunately, I was wrong because the poster and the little, yeah, the poster, like the poster image and whatnot looks pretty awesome and everything, but the movie was pretty much a letdown in my opinion, so don't go ahead and see it. Just wait for Redbox, wait for it to be on DVD if you find it cheap at like Walmart someday. Anyway, guys, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out, guys.